Hello, you join me in a very different flat. Well, it looks, I mean, it's the same flat, but a very different looking flat to what I first filmed in the previous video. Let me put you down. Some cable or something from the builders I can rest you on. There's lots of things in here from the builders. Welcome back to my flat. A very echoey flat. Far more echoey than the last time. I thought today we would do like a bit of an empty flat tour slash progress on the building, because I'm aware in the first video I just didn't really show you anything because I was doing that all for TikTok. If you want to see any of the videos that I've done for TikTok, I'll link it below or something, but we've done a lot of renovating and a lot of ripping out. I actually haven't done any renovating. The builders have been doing the renovating. I was doing a bit of the ripping out. It's actually been a month since I bought this place. My mortgage payment is actually due today, which is quite scary. My first mortgage payment, I should say. It does look very different to when I first bought it. The builders started about two-ish weeks into when I bought it, and for the first 2 weeks I was just doing bits and bobs. I ripped up the carpets, I ripped out a wardrobe, I ripped out a bit of the kitchen. So I'm leaving most of this to the builders now, unfortunately, because it would be a lot cheaper if I did it myself. Without further ado, I'm gonna go with you room by room and show you what this place looks like, because it's actually quite it was a hell and a horror before in one way, and it's a hell and a horror now in a slightly different way. There are so many holes everywhere. Everyone loved this floor and they wanted me to keep it. This is vinyl. It is not wood. The original floor is underneath here, but it is in no condition to be kept. It will be staying. It will be underneath the new flooring. In terms of what has been done in this room so far, obviously everything has been ripped out. This is a really good inbuilt wardrobe. This room is a little bit of a wardrobe room. It's like a office, guest bedroom, dressing room, wardrobe room, beauty room in one. That's what happens when you don't have multiple bedrooms. You have to combine these things into one. So this already has a really good inbuilt wardrobe, and I think I'm gonna put some more inbuilt wardrobes on these walls, maybe? I'm not sure. These are actually the doors from this wardrobe, and this is obviously the door from here. In terms of all of the doors and architraves, they're all gonna be new, but these doors I am keeping. You might think, Maria, why on earth would you keep a door that looks like that? It's actually much cheaper to get these doors made nice and like put a bit of paneling on them, get them all sanded down, any holes filled in, then get custom ones for this shape, because this wardrobe is really big actually, and it would be easier just to get them ones to be made nice. This is such a tall wardrobe. I actually can't even reach the top of this wardrobe. I mean, I know I'm short, but most people actually can't reach the top of this wardrobe. They are massive, which is great. This is new. This is new electrics for all of the new sockets. All of these old sockets are going to be gone. They're dead. Same thing in this room. So all of the architraves have been taken off and they've put new wood on. Some people would think this is worse than it looked when I first got it. I actually disagree. I think it's better. All of these pipes were exposed pipes and they're going to be chased into the walls. I'm very specific about a few things. Exposed pipes, skirting boards, flooring, and architraves. Kitchen and bathroom, they're very important, but honestly, I think those finishing touches are almost not more important, but maybe just as, and make a huge difference to like the finish of the property. Properties in this kind of style and era that I've bought often do have exposed pipes, which I hate. They are hard to clean, they look silly, and when I first did the walk around with my builder, I said, these things? And he said, they will be gone, and I said, thank you. Obviously, I'm gonna have a different face on these. I don't know what color to go for though, so if you have a suggestion, let me know. I'm leaning towards a kind of brassy tone for the sockets because the bathroom is gonna be that, but then also the kitchen is silver, so I don't know whether to just make it silver and neutral across the board. I don't know. It's also so dusty in here. When I walked in today, I was like, oh my God, it just hits you. It smells like a building site. I mean, it is one. All of the skirting has been taken off. I'm gonna go for like a big skirting board, I think. Just make it look very nice. I'm now standing in my kitchen, and I think this room is gonna have a huge transformation. I've picked my kitchen. I'm actually ordering it today. This is a small kitchen by most people's standards, but by London standards, it's actually all right. They've been writing things here. I don't know what any of that means. Oh, oven. Extractor, something, boiler, something. Ooh, look, they've been marking things up. That's where my extractor fan's gonna be. Ooh! The boiler is actually not old. It was, 2023 or 2024. It doesn't, however, have a gas safety certificate as far as my solicitor could find, and it also is one of the cheapest boilers that you can buy because this place was owned by a landlord, and I don't think a very good one. I don't care if he sees this, you should be ashamed at the state that you were letting your tenants live in, those poor people. I'm going to be getting a Valent boiler, reason being 10-year warranty, I can control it from my phone. My builder has assured me that that would be his choice of boiler, so I'm gonna be going with that. I didn't want to replace the boiler. I didn't think I'd be replacing the boiler. I didn't think I'd be replacing the radiators. I didn't think I'd be replacing as many glass window panes. Those are my only unexpected costs so far, but they're expensive unexpected costs. I kind of thought I would be able to keep it, and I could. The boiler does apparently work, but I just think whilst I'm getting this all done, I might as well. And also the boiler needs to be moved. I think you can tell from all of this business, this was not installed very well. There's a load of dead space. This panel, which connects to the extractor fan, is way too big, so they're gonna reduce that. They're gonna move it up a bit, and just generally, everything's gonna be integrated. In terms of the layout of the kitchen, I'm gonna put a little photo here for you now so you can see it. I'm going with a company called DIY Kitchens, who I've done a bit of research into already, and they did come back the cheapest. In the end, Howdens said they would match the quote, but I have already picked all of my specific colors from them, my worktop from them, my handles for them, so they were just too late. So I'm sorry, Howdens. If you're going to quote an absolutely extortionate amount of money to do a tiny kitchen, I'm going to go with somebody else, and I have. Obviously, when all of this work is done, we will talk more in depth about the kitchen, and we'll actually do like a whole kitchen tour when it looks nice. One thing I will tell you is that there's going to be a breakfast bar here. I know it's quite hard to currently envision, but here, imagine a breakfast bar. I've just realized when it's done, I'm going to be able to look back at this and be like, envision a breakfast bar, and there'll be a breakfast bar there. What? It makes me so scared that all of this stuff is just holes. The living room, or shall I say, the dumping ground. Oh my God, they do Sunday Royal Mail deliveries from here. Okay. The living room is actually one of the reasons why I like this place so much. I mean, I didn't fall in love with it or anything, but it was the reason that I could see all of the potential with the property because it was such a big size. And this flat is actually the biggest flat though of all of the ones that I viewed. It was really substantially bigger. In terms of what's been done in here, it's very much the same as everything else. So new wood on the door frames, all of the floors are gone, all of the radiators have been taken away, all of the walls look like this, and my next door neighbors probably hate me. And then in terms of plans for this room, this side of the room is going to be a dining area. So I think I'm going to have a dining table here, and then maybe like a bookshelf or something nice in this corner. I'm not sure what. I actually have never experienced such a large living room in my life. It's really hard to tell the scale because there is an entire flat's worth of demolition in here, but this is going to be like TV, coffee table, sofa. Like when you have this view of the room, it's going to be like TV, coffee table, sofa. Do you get the vibe? I understand that it is currently quite difficult to get the vibe because it does look like this, but I just sort of wanted to do this just to film another video and talk through some things and see it because I haven't seen this place in a week. And also some rogue pipes that lead to nowhere. This will be leaving. And then finally we have the bathroom, which I'm not sure you're going to be able to see because I'm not allowed to turn on any lights. He told me don't touch any electricity. If you come in here, don't touch anything. So I'm not. I can see that something is on. Well, the electricity is definitely on because he's charging something, presumably some sort of battery for, you know, a tool or something. But I don't want to risk turning on the light in here. But not a huge amount has happened in here. The least amount has happened in this bathroom. Hopefully you'll be able to see a bit of something, but basically not much has happened in here. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't much of a better improvement than how we started off. Basically what's happened in the bathroom is they've taken off tiles, they've taken off the bath panel, presumably to have a look at some pipe work. They've taken a cupboard off the wall, they've taken the radiator off the wall, but nothing major in here yet. The toilet is still there, the sink is still there, the bath is still there. This literally looks like a horror show. The kitchen and the bathroom are definitely the worst rooms in the house, and the funny thing is, the bathroom I think will end up being the nicest room in the house. Everyone keeps saying to me, oh my God, you're gonna make this place so nice, it's gonna be amazing, blah, 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 blah. Actually, the kitchen and bathroom are gonna be done, and they're gonna be done really nicely how I would like them to be done. However, A lot of what I'm doing is really expensive work that you can't see, like a total rewire, you know, a new boiler that's going to be integrated so you won't be able to see it. Like everything behind the scenes is new. So this is going to be basically like a new build flat when it's done, because everything is new. New radiators, new boiler, new electric, new socket placements, every single thing. So those things are really expensive. So it means that like decoratively, I'm kind of making this place into a white box to start off with. A white box with working windows and brand new doors and brand new skirting and brand new, I'm doing, what's it called? Cornicing? Is that what it's called? Like new architraves, new doors, like the foundations of this place, which is like what impacts the value of a property versus aesthetics, are all going to be new. Obviously, I understand that value of property is largely down to square footage and not condition, but that's a whole other story. So in terms of like transformations decoratively, I think those will be in like a year or two. Like in terms of the bedrooms and the living room, it's gonna be a white box with lovely skirting, lovely doors, lovely floors, and perfect radiators and perfect heating systems and perfect lighting. It's gonna be like white. Like I'm not even choosing paint. I have so many decisions to make in regards to like the kitchen and the bathroom and many other things that I just figured that I would rather live in it for a while before I decided on paint colors. I don't know what my furniture's gonna look like yet. I don't know like at different times of the day where the light is and how that will affect paint colors. My bathroom, I am very specific about. I have a very kind of pink, like LED lit mirror, like gold, brushed brass finishes, all of that sort of stuff I'm very specific about, but the actual rooms decoratively are gonna be white for now. So don't expect any gorgeous paneling on anywhere except the wardrobe doors, because they are gonna have paneling, but nowhere else will yet. Paneling, I think, is something that I will do in like a year's time when I've got the money because I'm like wiping out my savings for this renovation. I've got nothing left. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. We're going to be restoring this place back to essentially new build quality. Actually better quality than new builds, because new builds are built like paper houses so the big bad wolf could blow down. And then in maybe a year, once I have a stunning kitchen and bathroom and everything else is perfect, we'll change the paint colours and we'll do a bit of this and a bit of that. I really hope I have some more progress to show you soon. Like, the kitchen's going to take 6 weeks to get delivered. That's such a long time. Hopefully the bathroom will be quicker. And I know where I'm getting my bathroom from. My bathroom is coming from a place called R2 Bathrooms. They have some very, very nice decorative bathroom pieces. And that is where you will actually see like design style from me, because that is something that I'm able to pick and it be what I want, versus the bedrooms are white boxes with lovely skirting and lovely finishes. And let's be honest, after I finish this, I'm not gonna have any money to furnish it. So I'm gonna be in a white box with a deck chair and perhaps a mattress. But that's fine. That's so fine. Anyway, I've rambled on too much. I will leave you with this. I actually said in one of my TikToks, like, people often say like, oh, why didn't you buy a new build? Because to be honest, I could have gotten a new build cheaper than what I paid for this place. But it's because new builds build things that are big enough to fit a double bed in and nothing else. And I can get in my wardrobe. Like, I could, if this shelf wasn't here, you could probably fit several of me in here. That's why I bought one like this, because properties that were built in like the 70s were built so that people could actually live in them, and not that they could show you like a fancy show flat and put a bed in it and nothing else.